So, how exactly do we influence change? To avoid using the same methods and practices used by REI, while still applying the same principles, I would address this somewhat generally. From a marketing perspective, assuming that I am a marketing officer, for example, I would first assess a few things about my company in order to determine how I would approach affecting this change. First, I would need to identify the customer perception of our company. Who do they say that we are? Whenever a company decides to employ particular corporate social responsibility practices, they need to ensure that their tactics are a proper fit and appear to the target market and loyal customers in particular, that the chosen CSR methods are relevant to the nature of their business. REI uses supply chain management and environmental activism and sustainability as a platform because it makes sense based on their business and its customers. To effect change, I would need to know what would be appropriate for our business. Next, I would need to determine if I could use our current engagement methods to facilitate this change, or if I would need to find or develop new engagement strategies with relevant technological tactics to meet the need of influencing this change. As part of this, I would need to ensure that whatever I do, whether that involves current engagement methods or new ones, it reflects the usage patterns and consumption of the market segment I am attempting to influence. This ties back to the idea of social constructionism. I'm not going to choose or develop a technology based on my intent, but based on the target market and how it uses and thus evolves the technological means. Finally, I would use the methods that are identified as applicable to and effective with the target market to reach the target market in our effort to inform and influence them in regard to the desired change of the issue. With REI, they used a counterculture narrative that resonated with their target market, without calling the audience to completely give up materialism, in order to create a social movement of sorts that caused action on the part of over 1 million people per year. Likewise, my firm would need to determine what counterculture message would resonate with our target market, that at the same time would not necessarily require a sacrifice on the part of the audience that was so severe that it would impede the audience answering the call to action.